Hey guys, in this video we're making this beautiful twisted wire bracelet or bangle. It's got a simple hook and loop clasp and a beautiful 4-strand sort of twist braid design. For our bracelet today we're using two 60cm lengths of 20 gauge dead soft silver wire. Now starting with one of our wires, we place the ends together and in the middle here we make a small bend. Bringing our wires down a bit straighter and bringing this little bend down quite small. It's going to be the loop for our hook and loop clasp. So just grabbing with our round nose pliers and bringing these wires across each other to bring it down quite nice and small. Now with our flat pliers, I just grab at the bottom of the loop there and make a bend so that we can bring these wires down straight. Now grabbing the loop on the end and just bringing these wires in together so that they sit nice and close next to each other. Now grabbing the other piece of wire, again placing our ends together, making a small bend in the middle here and straighten these ends out. Now gently bringing this loop down a bit smaller and crossing these wires over. Now placing that loop over the first loop on the other wire. Gently bringing that together tighter to secure both wires together. So bringing it around nice and tight, and I also bring each end around one more time as well. Making sure it's nice and tidy, and we want one wire coming off each side. Now we can start our braid or wire weave. So to start with, we're gently going to twist the two middle wires. So just doing one twist. Now we bring the top wire down under and into the middle. Now we bring the bottom wire over and into the middle. So we can gently bend these top wires out of the way, and again we're going to twist these middle wires together. So one twist, always twisting to the right, and now again top wire comes underneath to the middle, bottom wire comes over into the middle, bending those top wires out of the way and twisting these middle wires one twist. Top wire under, bottom wire over, gently bending those wires out of the way, and then one twist of these middle wires to the right. So it's a pretty simple method the whole way along the bracelet. You do want to check that you're keeping the same sort of tension on all your wires so that your bracelet's going to be nice and straight. But you can see that beautiful twist starting to form. And now we just continue the same method the whole way along our bracelet. So twisting those middle wires one twist to the right, top wire down under into the middle, and bottom wire over into the middle. I'm twisting down until my bracelet is about 19 centimeters long. And then when we've made our hook and loop clasp, the bracelet will be about 20 centimeters long. See, I've twisted down to about 19 centimeters. Now we're going to bring one of these middle two wires up to form our hook. So just figure out which of those two middle wires is going to be okay, just coming straight upwards, and bring it into the middle there. Now we're going to measure along 2 centimeters, grabbing that point with our pliers, and then bending the wire back down on itself. Now gently bringing this bend nice and small. This is going to be the hook for our clasp. Now we want this hook sitting nice and straight, so we can snip this extra wire off just at the base here. Now all our other wires we want to wrap around both layers on that hook. So just making sure your hook is nice and straight. And then the first wire we're going to wrap around is this other middle wire. So just bring it around the way it's already sort of naturally coming and making sure we're getting it around both wires. Nice and tight right at the base here. One loop is fine for that first wire, but make sure it's nice and tight, so crimp it in with your pliers. Now bring the next wire around, bringing it around the way it's already naturally coming. 1 or 2 loops on this one is okay as well. Cutting that end off, making sure it's crimped in nice and tight. Now just checking to what side you want the inside or outside of your bracelet to be. Now bringing this last wire around nice and tight, a couple of times, making sure it's a nice, strong and tidy connection. So you can see which is the inside of your bracelet and cut this tail off on the inside. Cutting that tail off and crimping it in nice and tight. Now you can check over your whole bracelet, make sure it's all sitting nice and tidy and how you want it with your twists. Once you're happy with it, then you can start gently bending it into a bracelet shape. So gently bending it inwards so that the hook and loop clasp come closer together. Now we're going to gently bend our hook. So just coming along just over halfway along our hook. Gently rotating it around inwards to form a nice hook shape. So take your time working with this hook. Gently working with it until it's nice and easy to hook on and off your loop. So there's your beautiful twisted wire bracelet.